Okay, gang, we'll give everyone a chance to sign on here. And in the meantime, we'll try to locate our coffee. There we go. Sorry, we're running a little bit late today. It was a busy Friday. It was a good Friday, a lot of fun. For a Friday that we had some expiring contracts that expired worthless. Actually, it was a really good Friday. So we're going to have a fun show. As always, read the disclaimer. Let's get started with the legalities. Now that we've settled down and settled in. So read the disclaimer. Past performance is no indicator of future performance. We are not registered investment advisors. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing in it is an offer to buy or sell any security option or anything like that. Welcome, Roland. Exciting times. Exciting times. We're releasing the new HGA program and stuff like that. We'll give a couple people more time to sign on here, Roland, while we're waiting. And like we always talk about in the beginning of the program, read the disclaimer. One of our biggest things about disclaimers is what we told you with those marketing emails and stuff. Sometimes you get these, buy this company now, blah, 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 blah. Well, go read the disclaimer on the bottom. A lot of times you'll find out that that person sending that email has been compensated in stock or whatever, right? So, we got about 3 viewers. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? First of all, welcome. It's Friday. Aloha Friday. Thank God it's Friday, depending on what kind of part of the country you're in. Hope you guys had a great week. It was a great week for us. You know, we're really satisfied with where we're positioned going forward, and we think we're seeing something really big coming up in the market. And this is going to be a Jurassic thing, and we feel like we're ready to capitalize on it. As far as the markets, it was a good close of the market, right? We had one red day on Wednesday. We started out real red this morning, and as you can see by the numbers, we ended up being nice and green across the board. All four major markets were up. The Dow had a nice whopping day again today. Do we have the right screen up there? Make sure that's right. No. Okay. Hold on one second. Yeah, that's yesterday's screen. Oh, Facebook. Come on. Let me see if I can get the right one for you here. Yeah, that looks like the right one. There we go. All right. Now we got the right numbers. We can act like we know what we're talking about. So the Dow, after being blood red in the morning, the S&P blood red, and the NASDAQ was just taking a rocking in the morning. The Dow ended up about 50 points, the NASDAQ almost 10 points, and the S&P was up 10 points too. The Russell chugging right along, the small caps, really nice, really nice. The big thing in the market right now is still the trade talk. And of course, Turkey kind of came back to the forefront today. The trade talk kind of was quiet at the pre-open. So everything was kind of focused on Turkey. The lira had another devaluation event. And S&P actually lowered their credit rating, so that kind of hurt them a little bit more. That became kind of the focus, and they kind of put a damper on the mood. But you know, the markets recovered, tech recovered, and all that, and the Dow was actually up over 100 points at one point. Those options that we said expired worthless, we actually got real close. Sometimes you can laugh at your losers. Sometimes you can't. You can't laugh at your losers when they ruin your portfolio. But when they're just a loss and you know that they're not going to affect anything except for your emotions, your feelings, your pride, and little bit of your portfolio, then they're okay. You know what I mean? Nobody likes to lose. But if you're losing and it's destroying you, or you need some help winning, there's a link right there. You guys click it. The Tesla saga continues, right? Elon Musk. Now we are ambient tweeting. What the you know what? I mean, come on. This is not. We talked about it yesterday, right? We're getting a little too kiddie show with this Elon Musk. As far as shareholders go, I wouldn't touch Tesla with a 10-foot pole right now, especially with what's going on. We just had this whole situation with Roseanne Barr, right? And the whole thing that she did cost her show, cost her maybe the rest of her career. Um, and she too was an ambient tweeter. I mean, come on. This is the CEO of a massive company. This is a CEO that is in charge of one of the most innovative technologies there ever was. The electric car. He's also the CEO of SpaceX, which is a complex and innovative operation. Dude, stop tweeting. Just stop tweeting. You're going to take the Ambien, turn your phone off. You know what I mean? Come on. You got to be a little smarter than that. Anyways, like I said, so we're not, we're not playing Tesla as a company or personally. So I don't know. It's just fun jargon for us. So the other thing was too, CNN and a bunch of other news medias requested from this Judge Elliott on the Manafort trial for the names and addresses, the contact information of the jurors on the Manafort trial. What would be the purpose behind this? Is this good or is it bad? How do you feel about it? Ambience. I had to check to make sure I put ambient and not ambience on the crayon. But it's an interesting situation, right? Because it's happened before where they release names and contacts of the jurors. But this is kind of a sensitive thing. And the judge overruled it because he's been getting so many death threats that he's actually got 24-hour marshals guarding him. So, what is the purpose of this? Why do they want this contact information? Why do they want these names? I mean, seriously, if you ask us, it sounds like people are expecting maybe an acquittal. We'll see. Jury's deliberating. And then the most fun thing of the day, one of the most entertaining things of the day we saw, and we were actually watching in the trade room, myself with the trade team, we were watching CNBC, and Jim Cramer invented the term FANG stocks, right? Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. FANG, right? So today he came out with a new one. He said the FANG stocks are out. Guess what's in? The Wang stocks. So how's your Wang? So evidently he's changed it from being Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google to being Walmart, Apple, Netflix, and Google. I don't know how Netflix keeps getting stuck in here. Kramer really likes Netflix. We don't. On those puts that we've been talking about, we did a free play together where we all play together. That Netflix puts, let's go check Netflix. We don't even watch it really during the day. It was down another 0.1%. So ever since we've talked about this and ever since we've decided that that's what we're going to do as a free play, and it's for entertainment purposes only, you don't go out and buy it and stuff like that. And if you do, it's on your own accordance, but it's been trickling down ever since then. So, interesting, huh? Sometimes we're pretty smart, but back to that trade talk. So this is what we really wanted to get into with the trade talk is, once in the morning, there was not a whole lot of trade talk, but there was a lot of turkey talk. Here we go. Wang, turkey, all that stuff. But there was a lot of turkey focus and the lira was taking another pounding. And so, everything was just kind of discombobulated in the Forex and all that. And all of a sudden we started getting some trade talk news. So yesterday we found out that representatives will be meeting before the end of August to initiate the trade talks. And now we find out that at the end of, I believe November, I think it was November, Trump and Z are planning to meet, maybe to put a cap on it, maybe to sign a trade agreement. Who knows? But it's progressing very nicely now. This is what we always tell you about President Trump. Now, President Trump's a very polarizing guy. People either really like him or they really don't like him. And as a trader, as an investor, all you're concerned with is how is he affecting the market, how he's affecting the economy, because that is how we make our money. So don't judge him by his person, judge him by his agenda. And that agenda is starting to kick back in. So we'll see how this goes on this trade talk, but this is very, very positive. So, and remember that always separate, especially in politics. It's so easy to judge people by their personality, their looks, and things like that. But really, all you want to know is their agenda. So, and whether it's a successful agenda. So now this trade talk has gone from having lower members meet before the end of August to start getting things going, to the big dogs, Trump and Z, meeting, I believe it was the end of November, which is perfect, right? That's right after the midterms. So we've got the midterms on November 7th, which should be interesting. That'll determine whether the Republicans keep the House and the Senate. And that's getting pretty edgy, right? There's a lot of fun in that. Anybody that's following, what's her name? Cortez, right? The young girl from Queens. I don't even know her name. You'd think that somebody that's got so much money riding on this would be. But anyways, look, it's this trade talk. We banked on this. We've been talking about it for about 2 weeks. We've been saying, we said it straight up. We thought that the Trump would have these guys at the table by Labor Day. Well, by the end of August, we've got the initial meeting, and now we're actually making a definite meeting between the top guys. So everything is working out. Gold too. We've been talking about the last 3 or 4 days. It looks like on the gold, it's setting that bottom and it's ready to make a move up. Gold had a great day today. And it was, regardless of whether the market was up or down, gold was pushing along. Had a nice close today. Spot gold, I believe, was up, $4 or $5. So spot gold was only up $4 or $5. Yeah, I'll get to your comments right in a second. But this is going to be a good show today. So spot's up about $7 now. That started off at about $1 up when the market opened. Then I think it was $4 towards the close. Now it's up about $7. We think that bottom's put in. Now we probably got in 2 days early, but that's okay because it's starting to put that bottom. And again, if you're not getting this kind of insight, if you're not getting this kind of seeing things before they happen, you guys click that link, come join us. Our members know we're opening up a whole new program with the Hyper Growth Accelerator. If you're curious what that is, Stock Pick Profits, which is a very successful, fun, family, no man left behind, very different approach to trading. And trading groups and things like that. If you're interested, click the link. It costs you nothing. And if you're not making money in the stock market and you want to, well, what's it hurt, right? So there's the link for you guys. But, let's go one more time back to that trade talk, because it's important, because we think, look, the dollar's been pushing up because of the trade war, okay? Gold has been pushing down, all right? The stocks have just kind of been doing their thing. They're really, really, right now, the stocks are basically economic, attached 100% to the economy. There's good things happening with the stock market, and that's an economic reaction. Now, if we get this trade settled, we think gold's going to go off, the dollar's going to crash, and we're going to see some nice movement from the stock market. So we're positioned for that. We're long gold. We're short AT&T. We've talked about that. We're long AINV, which is a BDOC. We like that one. We're just pennies out of the money right now on that one. And we're short the dollar. So that's how we're positioned going forward. Now we're playing some short-term trends. We told you guys in the middle of the week, we bought that dip. We bought some 181 calls that expire on Friday, next Friday. And those are just right outside what we bought them for right now. And, the NASDAQ had a good close. It came real close, pennies, to closing at over 180. And the way it started off, it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot uglier. Those Qs were down over $1 at the open. So that's a nice turnaround. And that's the way, gold, baby, gold. And that's the way bottoms go. We just spent about 3 or 4 weeks talking to you about how bubbles work. Right? Bubbles, everybody has this big impression that bubbles inflate one time and then they just pop and everything's destroyed. But it's not like that. It inflates huge, right? And then it deflates and then it starts to reflate and people get excited and thinks it's going to get big again. And then it just sucks down again and it keeps doing that till it's finally at zero. Well, bottom's a little different. A bottom is a reversal and it takes a little work by whatever you're expecting to find a bottom. Gold, even though it was up today, it had a nice day today. For the year, it's actually, I think at its lowest point in years. Let me check here. I just saw that note. Yeah, so it's still its biggest weekly loss in over a year. And so is that the capitulation? That's what you're looking for on a bottom, is capitulation, where everybody just says, "Ah, I give up," and they just give up. And then all of a sudden you've got nothing left but buyers, right? So we think we're getting some good capitulation this week. Is maybe it was a good sign. Now nothing's set in stone here. This is not guaranteed until it actually happens, but it's good signs and it's positive. So let's go ahead, since it's Friday. Let's go ahead and go to the questions, because we don't want to keep you guys all afternoon. Let's see here. So Jeff, that was way low. It was. Would be a nice change in Congress. Could be good for the Warren banking bill. Yeah, you never know. We're not sure how we feel about that Warren banking bill. I think you're talking about the one that she introduced yesterday or the day before. So, but we haven't really read about it either. So, and we'll read about it on the weekend. That we put on the weekend reading list because it wasn't really that important. And then somebody from our office posted under us, and gold, baby, gold, yes. We always seem to do really well with the gold trades too. So I don't know, but gold is one of those things that it's just not a daily playable thing. What happens with gold is it goes sideways a lot, and it just kind of does false moves a lot and stuff. So you got to really play it right. But when you catch it right, it's just an amazing trade, right? Two trades that we've always done very well with are the Qs and gold. So, and right now we just went long on the Qs and we're long on gold. So let's see if that trend works out, right? Remember, past performance is no indicator of future performance. This trade could go south, just like it can go north. Never tell yourself in the stock market it can't happen. So look, guys, I just wanted to make a mention too about steel. And Jeff, I know you're a big steel follower. You guys saw some good moves in steel this morning. X opened up way below $29. It closed easily over $30, right? It was a great move from steel there. A little resilience coming in. Steel is another industry that's waiting for this trade war to be resolved. And as it is, just like gold and just like crushing the dollar, it's going to be very dramatic. So it looked like there was a lot of people looking for a bottom on X, and they bought into it. We own a big position in X, and we always watch those option contracts because they're gold is or X is one of those heart attack stocks. It can go up $5-6 in a heartbeat. It can go down $5-6 in a heartbeat, and it always does seem to do it. X is one of the most famous fades, right, in the last year. If you're one of those day traders and stuff, I see it all the time on the message boards. But if it pops in the open, you short it at that top, and then you just kind of write it down for the day. It always seems to just kind of resolve itself. So, and we're watching it for options, and you guys know we're already long steel. Besides the core positions we hold in the stock, which we own at like $19-20, but we have an options play going on within the service, and that's the AKS $5 calls. Those don't expire for over a month. And AKS had a nice day today too. It ended up 3% today at 437. So with over a month to go on those, we're sitting right out of the money. And it's the same thing with the AINV, same thing with the UUP, and now with the gold and the QQQs, same thing. So we're excited about Monday. I hope you're excited about Monday too. If you are not excited about Monday, if you're dreading it coming or anything like that, it's because you're not doing it right and you just need a little help. So go ahead and click the link. Like I said, you got nothing to lose. There's no commitment. There's no obligation on clicking that link, okay? And even all the way up to the phone call. We like to get to know you because we want to make sure you're a fit for our service. And now I want you guys to know this. And this is as far as I'm going to go. But we're very protective of our members because they're very important to us. We consider them like family. We want to get to know you before we accept your membership. They're way different than any other company, right? Any other company, man, just click the link, put in your credit card, you're a part of the team. We're very picky about that because we have a very, very good membership, a very strong membership, and a very active membership. So you need to fit into that too. And what brings all these guys together is they want to build wealth, and they're willing to do the things that they need to do to build wealth. So if you feel that you want to build wealth and you feel like you want to learn and you want to be in part of a family that takes care of you, you click that link, okay? But remember, you got to talk to us first. You know, not everybody is a good fit for our program, you know? So we'll let you know. Anyways, look, Zavar, you capped it off, man. Thanks, Patrick. Have a great weekend, everyone. You too. All you guys have a great weekend. It was a fantastic week. You know what I mean? It's we set a lot of positions. We had a couple losers in there, but we're okay. We'll be back on Monday. We're not going to shut down the operation or anything. And none of our members is going to, and thank you. The office just reminded me. That's what we are all about, is that 3-year plan to double your wealth. We're not going to give you the ambulance chasing BS that other companies give you. Hey, double your in 30 days, double your thing in a week. You know what I mean? We've had times when we have just had explosive growth, but for the most part, we want to double our wealth every 3 years. And if you play right and you do things right, you should be able to do that. And if you're not on track to do that, well, we are, and come join us, okay? And thank you to the office for posting that. That's a good reminder. That's what it's all about. It's wealth building. Don't chase ambulances. Don't chase blinky lights. So all of you, would just do a quick, because it's Friday. Jeff, Tala, all of you, you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for supporting the show. I'm sure Samuel's out there and Laura is out. Oh, it's Laura. I knew it. I could tell there was a feminine touch to that. Aloha from Laura, Jasmine, and the rest of the office. We snuck on. Welcome, you guys. Jasmine works for me in the trade room. Laura runs the front office for Samuel, man. And they're two of the best employees you could ever have. And you guys that are in the family, you are the best members we could ever have. And all you guys that view the show that maybe you haven't gotten involved with the company, that's fine. Thank you for your support. You guys have a great weekend, okay? It should be a beautiful weekend. And let's get back to it Monday, okay? Thank you all.